Hi, this is David with Decide. Well, as an IT recruiting company, go figure, something that's happened a lot during this COVID period is people calling us up or emailing us and all sorts of not good stories. I was working at this company for 20 years and they just let me go. I just switched jobs and started here in January and now I'm gone. I just recently graduated from college and I'm supposed to start and they've rescinded the offer. The stories go on and on. None of them are good. We have started this video series to help some people figure out what to do next at different stages in their career. This video is going to be focused on people who are still in college, just graduated, or have been out for a year or two. Different choices, different things about what you want to do depending on where you are in your career path. So as of this recording, there are about 36 million unemployment claims. Job losses between April and March combined are just right around 21.2 million. Nothing good economically out there today. V recovery, U recovery, L recovery, backwards J recovery. I do not know, but there's lots of things not good right now. So if you're that youthful individual and very familiar with college, I have two words for you: grad school. There's no better time to go back to college or to stay in college than while the rest of the world is trying to figure out what we're going to do with our economy. If that was in your plans or you're thinking about doing it, now is a very good time to follow up on that. Grad school. Enough said. Now, whether you're still in college or you're thinking grad school, what to study. If your passion is French Renaissance poetry or art history, by all means, do not let me dissuade you from that passion. But if you're going to college to find a good career that you can make money and want to be valuable to the marketplace when you graduate, STEM. You've heard this many, many times before. It's been beating you over the head. STEM, 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 STEM. Everybody wants you to major in STEM. Well, there's a good reason for it. COVID is really great, really showing us why STEM is so important. I'm going to take a couple of minutes here and just talk about that. I read reports from McKinsey, Bain, Gartner, and these types of consulting companies, and universally something I'm reading is that companies who are doing okay during COVID and are set to do well and are still going to be around and not shut down after COVID have all made an investment in digital transformation. And the companies who need to really get up the gear are planning on making investments in digital transformation. What do I mean by digital transformation? It could be a company that's implementing agile, implementing DevOps, moving applications to the cloud, automation of tasks via software. Let's use a couple of examples here. An email comes into a salesperson, it automatically gets recorded into the CRM. That CRM is then used to give an executive a dashboard to a manager where they are able to see, we use this type of language on salesperson A and this type of language on salesperson B. We got better results from this. And that is one of 1,000 examples that we could rattle off. That's a fairly simple example about how companies are digitally transforming. Everything is connected from one end of the organization to the other. You need a lot of programming, you need a lot of connections, a lot of APIs, a lot of data to connect all of this stuff. That's digital transformation. At the end of the day, it is programming, computing power, databases, all syncing with each other. It was already big, digital transformation. It's going to be even bigger. Another reason I'm a real proponent of STEM. About 3 years ago, I started saying that the number of software and IT jobs is going to double in 10 years. Nothing I've seen yet has deterred me from that forecast. Code.org, great organization, has put out some numbers that for several years now, the number of open IT and software jobs is over 500,000 or 500,000 jobs. If we could snap our fingers, fill 500,000 jobs all at once, we could grow the economy by 1% right off the bat. Skip a recession, fill 500,000 jobs. The demand is greater than the people. So I am a big fan of computer science programs. STEM is more than that, but we work in the IT world, so that computer science and MIS is clearly on our radar a lot. If you're still in school and thinking, I can't get into the computer science major or that program, MIS, data analytics, still some other very good things. Take math, take statistics. I would tell my kids, take statistics. There's the data analytics, people who are going to be coming out and understand regression analysis, Fibonacci, Monte Carlo simulation, and have taken the classes on that. The quantities of data that we are having and that we're going to have is going to be immense. The closer you can get to understanding that, the more career opportunities you're going to have. STEM, 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 STEM. I think I've made my point. Down below, there's an article that we wrote a while back about why it's a good time to major in computer science. It gets more in depth into that. Big fan of that. So let's consider some people. Maybe I've just graduated. Maybe I've been out for a year or two. I had my degree in sports management or supply chain or art history, whatever the case may be. Wow. Not been getting many good job offers. I'm not seeing anything that I really want to do. I'm not making any money. I'm out of the job. I wish I would have gone a different direction. What do I do? There is multiple things that you can do. One, consider some additional education. And you don't necessarily have to go back and get that grad degree that I was speaking about earlier, but there are other options for you out there. And I'm going to go down about 3 different ways that you can go about doing this. One, there are a lot of nano degrees, Coursera, Udacity are a couple of places that are some of the bigger kids on the block offering these things. And a nano degree, you're going to be taking online courses, 5 months-ish. It'll probably cost about $1,000 to $2,000 to get through one of these programs, and it's probably going to be about 4 or 5 different courses lined up together. You get a certificate, yay! They'll give you an introduction to this, and very potentially could get hired or an entry-level job with one of these things. Additionally, there are a lot of boot camp style places around Houston and other big cities. Iron Yard, Digital Crafts, Hack Reactor are some of the bigger ones that we've seen before. Thing with these, they're typically in person. They may meet here for a while. They may meet there for a while. I've seen a couple of them close. You can get some really good hands-on things with these. Do they have the name recognition that a Udacity or Coursera has? Not quite there. Still good programs, still education is good, and they are very motivated to help you get a local job if you go to a place like that. On the one end of the spectrum is the universities are offering a lot of executive programs. University of Texas, Texas A&M, Rice, all offer some version of 12 to 24-week programs where you could become a full-stack developer, data management, UI, UX, digital marketing. These are more oriented to like 12-week full-time. These are a little bit more expensive, probably about $8,500 to $10,000 to get through one of these things. They probably have a few more resources to them for job placement afterwards, but these are all good things to look at. Regardless, you're going to have to invest in education in some way or form if you want to get into IT. These are some good options to do it. I would recommend free courses in this. Udacity, Coursera, and we have some links below for some free courses. Take all the free courses you want. Take a month to do these in evenings and weekends or during the day if you're laid off. But there are some really good options out there, and it'll definitely give you a good flavor about what you're going to be getting into, and better to have some background on that before you actually work on the paid things. Go through them twice. Why not? Um, at the end of the day, one of the things I am telling people is, what do you want to be doing in 10 years? What kind of job do you want to be in? And if you have been operations manager, working at a store, maybe keep it on doing that. At some point in time, you have to decide which direction do I want to go. You want to go in IT, you want to go into development software, options are going to be awesome. There are a ton of people out there working in these industries making a ton of money without a computer science, MIS, or STEM major. So you can make a switch. People do it all the time. When there's 500,000 open jobs out there, people have to come from somewhere. The universities are not going to be creating enough MIS and computer science majors to keep up with the demand. It's expected that people will change careers. And if you're early in yours, it's easier to make that switch. So, recommendation does not come without having to invest some money and time into yourself. And that's a great investment. Do that. Hopefully, this is helpful to you. Thanks for your time. Talk to you guys soon.